Marty, can I afford to turn up at all? When I met the band, it was a perfect example of, you know, I felt immediately like they were family. It was an instant chemistry that happened. And they wanted me to move to Montreal, and I didn't really want to do that. And I'd have this solo music that I was doing, and I wasn't sure if I really wanted to commit to the band full time. My mom actually had me sit in a yes chair and a no chair as to whether or not I should join the band. And so she said, okay, sit in the no chair. Why wouldn't you want to join the band? And I said, well, they're all insane. And then she said, now sit in the yes chair. And I said, well, they're like family. So I guess I have an insane family. And then, you know, again, through that, it's like I was not very good with conflict. I learned how to have conflict. I learned how to argue about art. And it's the best thing to argue about. It's sometimes you have to fight in order for it to get better. And you can't be afraid of that. And I didn't like fighting. But, you know, Campbell, he's a good fighter. And I don't just fight with Campbell. I fight with Seligman and Cranley and Patty and Chris McCarran, who's the new guy coming along. When blue becomes white is the color of the sky on days that dip below negatives in the eye of a blinding frozen sun. Windshield wiper fluid cleanses the pilot's palate as we duck the flying ice from hoods of teetering 18-wheelers. Flurries and feelings of woe, serving up open take everything, is causing tectonic shifts of self. Can I hover where the bees sleep? To yield. It is all we can do when such a storm hits. Put on your hazards, click your neck, and hope for the best. Hometown shows bring out that best. Community you can count on to have your back, and in turn bring you back to yourself. From a home-cooked meal to a backyard backstage, it's the gathering of the village who show you that your fight to get it right has maybe been won. The snow takes you back to your bed before you return once again to the black ice highways with skidded cars abandoned in ditches, reminding you that it's all fragile, so don't take it all too fast. I think what is so unique about this place is how huge it is and how dedicated you have to be a touring musician in Canada in February. Because to get from Winnipeg to Saskatoon or to get from Calgary to Vancouver is not only long but dangerous, and you have to be really committed. And I've done it a lot, and loading out a van in Winnipeg in -30, I hope you have some good gloves. And of course, you're at home, so there's a certain sense of you're more comfortable when you're at home. When you're in Germany and you don't speak the language, and there's different hurdles to get over of feeling. If you're always on the road, it's actually can be more tiring when you're fighting with things you don't know as well. Whereas you know you're at home in Canada. I know that in each city I'll see somebody I love who's a cousin or an aunt or one of Torkel's family or one of Evan's family or one of Patty's family, and their family's my family. So that's a really excellent part about this job, is that we get to see members of our family more than most people do because our job brings us there. Part of the reason that I do this job is because I think that it helps people. I think that the band that we are in Stars, I think it helps people get through hard times. I think it helps people when they're lonely. I think they feel connected to us, and that helps them get through very sad moments in their life where they feel completely alone. What fascinates me the most is the connection between people, and how people connect and how people disconnect, and how long we connect for, and how one day we can feel connected to somebody so deeply and the next day it can be gone. How you can meet someone and feel connected immediately. How you can know somebody and not have connected, and then all of a sudden one day you completely hear them like a frequency that you had never heard before, and then you understand them. I think that for my whole life's work, that's what I write about, is about how this connection ebbs and flows, and how kind of heartbreaking that is, because it's that understanding that nothing stays the same, and that the only thing that you can rely on is that everything's going to change. I guess the idea of working outside the box is just understanding that, you know, when you grow up, you're presented with certain rules that your parents, starts with your parents, and then it's your teachers, and then, you know, you become a teenager, and hopefully you realize that everyone's just making it up, and you can create your own rules, and to not ever forget that those constructs are constructs of other people, and you being your own person, you can create whatever you want. And the more that you push boundaries of what other people have constructed for you, the more you realize there's other people out there who are ready to invite you in, and then that's how you find your tribe.
Thank you guys.